What's going on, people? It's SGZ here from the SpartanGameZone, and in this video we'll be counting down the top 10 most overpowered weapons in Borderlands 3. These are the most powerful guns in the game, the kind that only care about damage, even if that means not being able to cuddle waddle with Mr. Stuffykins. We're ranking them on pure DPS, donkeys per Shrek, and I'll be letting you know where you can get each gun, explain what it does and how you can maximize their damage output, not that you need to. If you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate it if you could drop a like, feel free to subscribe if you haven't already, or even follow me on Twitter. And with so many great guns in Borderlands 3, it was super hard to pick just 10. So if you want to see a part 2, just let me know in the comments, and let's crack into it. We open this countdown of the top 10 most overpowered weapons in Borderlands 3 with the Blade Fury, a Jacob's assault rifle that belongs to the Director's Cut and is obtained as part of the Bunker Master's Vault Cut. The Blade Fury is one of the most unique weapons in the game, and with that uniqueness comes a boatload of damage. It doesn't fire bullets but blades, which are simultaneously charged with 100% splash damage and 50% melee damage, which of course cannot crit. And it has a built-in 30% melee bonus to boot. Both damage sources are non-elemental and can be used in combination to produce some incredible power. That power is easily achieved on Amara with all her melee focused skills, and is absolutely unreal when combined with melee boosting artifacts like a radiation stone static charge. Its maximum damage is unlocked once you embrace its melee side and enables it to do some pretty crazy stuff. It's great on most Vault Hunters, but unfortunately Flak can't use it to stack Stackbot. It comes in both the fully automatic Gatling variant and the semi-auto ×4 blade gun that is the Masher version, which consumes 2 ammo instead of 1. What one you pick is up to you, but I feel the Gatling version is best overall. Coming up next is the Kick Charger, an elemental Vladoff rocket launcher that is exclusive to Arms Race. It can drop anywhere there and will drop most often, although hardly ever, from this chest room. The Kick Charger is a little bit stupid, but stupid in a good way. It's like Gearbox had one of those sessions where everything they wrote on the whiteboard went into the gun they made. It deals over 250,000 damage by default, becomes 3 times stronger when you fully charge it, fires elemental blasts that penetrate enemies, and only consumes the 1 ammo. Having all that in one gun creates an absolute behemoth, and that's exactly what the Kick Charger is. It is the king of one-shotting, able to delete health bars like very few guns can, and with so little ammo consumption you can use it to mob with too. You can also shortcut its charge mechanic by sliding, which puts you instantly at maximum damage and makes it great when combined with a toboggan, which will increase its damage even more. If you wanted to get started one-shotting bosses, then this gun will more than show you the way. Next, it's the Light Show, a pistol manufactured by Vladoff that can come in all elements, including none, and has increased chance to draw from Lazodactyl, who you fight here in the Obsidian Forest as part of the Bounty of Blood DLC. Light Show is everything you'd want in a pistol: a quick fire rate and heavy damage. It fires 4 pellets at the cost of 1 ammo, which spin from its barrel, filling your enemies with bullet holes. That projectile pattern doesn't make it the most accurate weapon, as landing crits from outside of close range can be difficult. However, if you're Flak and spec'd into Megavore, that'll be much less of a problem. Because of the large number of bullets, the Light Show deals consistently high damage against all enemy types and bosses. There's really no area that it lacks in, it excels across the board. It always has a place in any combat situation, and it's a pure powerhouse legendary pistol. Time now for the Monarch, an assault rifle that can come in every flavour and drops from Kilovolt around here in Electra City while on Mayhem 6 or above, but drops most often from the final boss of the Sarah of Supremacy True Trial. The Monarch is a weapon that proves if you shoot a lot of bullets really quickly, then you're going to deal some damage. It fires 4 or even 8 bullets per shot, which stream from its barrel and cause your enemies' bodies to jiggle like jello. Its rounds are contained within a small rectangle which can be tightened through aiming. It's a gun that gets twice as deadly whenever you pull out its bipod, causing its projectile count to double. That is done through sacrificing movement speed and the ability to jump, but the damage increase is monstrous. It's particularly great on a fadeaway flak who can amplify each of its 18 or 16 projectiles to just demolish bosses. It's not just flak though, Mo's can pile minesweeper micro grenades like there's no tomorrow. Zane can boost its fire rate even more, and Amara can get it ricocheting projectiles at phenomenal speeds. Whatever way you look at it, the Monarch has something for everyone, and just like the Queen, its power will live on forever. Now for the Tizzy, a COV pistol that only comes in the elements and is exclusive to Arms Race, dropping from this chest, but also drops from the final boss of the Trial of Instinct on True Trial difficulty. The Tizzy is simply incredible. It's an absolute monster, taking the raw damage of other guns on this list and squeezing that into a tiny package. When you look at the card, nothing really stands out, that is until you hold down the trigger for the first time and see it unleash a savagery of bullets. Its fire rate grows the longer you hold down the trigger, making you dizzy from all the bullets it expends. It'll just blitz through anything and anyone. Whoever you have your sights on, the Tizzy will make short work of them once it's all warmed up. You can get either a ×2 or ×3 variant which consumes 2 or 3 ammo respectively, with the higher pellet count being best. You may think it's only a gun you can boss with, well Zane with the blessing of the Digiclone ammo regen anointment can mob with it indefinitely, but there's no doubt bossing is its home. Up next is the Backburner, an elemental launcher that has an increased chance to drop from the Agonizer 9000 while on Mayhem 6 or above, who you fight around here in the guts of Carnivora. But it drops most often from the final boss of the Trial of Instinct while on True Trial difficulty. The Backburner got mad at all the people putting things on it and decided to make its own way in the world by becoming a Borderlands 3 rocket launcher. It's not semi-auto or charged shot, but fully automatic and consumes 3 ammo per shot. It doesn't fire rockets but elemental orbs which carry with them a deadly payload. On impact, a vortex will suck in nearby enemies before unleashing a flurry of 5 MIRV grenades. Those MIRV grenades rain down from the heavens and deal the majority of its damage. Although one shot is enough to drop bosses, its fire rate leaves no respite against the more tougher opponents, where someone like Mo's is able to constantly regen ammo to continue its barrage. If you're looking for a launcher that'll get things done, no questions asked, then this is it, and it gets doubly strong when combined with an Infernal Wish. Moving on to the Sandhorse, a Dahl weapon that has an increased chance to drop from Katagawa Jr. You fight up here in Atlas HQ, but will only drop when you're on Mayhem 6 or higher. The Sandhorse is a possible fully automatic sniper rifle that fires faster than the Rowan's Call, and thanks to the sniper rifle buff a while back, it is more formidable than ever. It fires the same 7 projectiles per shot, which now deal 20% more damage, and although it deals splash damage, it doesn't proc means of destruction on Mo's. It is the #1 sniper rifle in the game, where every single character can use it to annihilate bosses with its unrelenting firepower. It's the gun that turns the tables. That boss music isn't playing for them, but for you. The one downside has to be its ammo consumption, which sits at the Backburner's level at 3 per shot, but you can counter it. Zane can use a Digiclone regen anointment, Mo's has redistribution and Forge among others, Amara has Dread, and Flak will need some Terra anointments to go the distance while mobbing, but that won't stop them from having a great time bossing with Fadeaway. The multiple pellets, the fire rate, the splash damage, it has it all. If you can't get damage out of this gun, then there's something seriously wrong. Time now for the Plasma Coil, a gun that is exclusive to Arms Race and has an increased chance to drop from this chest room. The plasma coil deals heavy damage with a large mag size and always comes with shock and radiation elements which you can switch between. After fully charging, it rails off a rapid burst of energy that'll tear right through opponents. Each burst is packed with 16 heavy hitting projectiles that your enemies won't see coming, and it'll often end them with just one release, and that includes bosses. The damage it deals is crazy, and the fury held in each burst is something to behold. You can spray each burst over a crowd as though you're watering your garden, but don't be surprised when one whip of the hose wipes out all the lavender. On top of all that, it also deals splash damage, which is always a great thing, and if you're wondering what it feels like to wield the fourth state of matter in your hands, then you have to take this out for a spin. Coming up next, it's the Crypt, a unique Maliwan SMG that can only be obtained by heading to Moxie's bar and laying down a fat stack. Just put some pennies in her donate box and she'll send it to you via mail. The Crypt has a larger than normal mag size and can spawn with the binary prefix, which consumes 2 ammo per shot. It always comes electric, has a massive critical damage bonus, and is extremely slippery when wet. I don't know why that is, but I think it has something to do with the coconut and sunflower moisturizer I got for Christmas. It deals crazy damage at high speeds, boosted to massive heights by its critical damage bonus, which sits at 150%. Because it's a Moxie gun, it will also heal you, and thanks to Mayhem scaling, a few bullets is often enough to fully replenish your health. That is a really great bonus, giving every Vault Hunter lifesteal and making it incredibly difficult to get down while you annihilate the competition. If you're accurate, there's not many weapons that can get close to this one, and the lifesteal is a fantastic bonus. Number 1, we're here, we made it, and the most overpowered weapon in Borderlands 3 is the Free Radical, an elemental pistol that belongs to the director's cut. It can only come in shock and has an increased chance to drop on Beef Pliskin. You fight around here in Carras Canyon. The Free Radical is an extremely deadly weapon. What the plasma coil does in bursts, it does without any delay, well, at least after you charge it. It's fully automatic, firing orbs that see it blast its way through health bars. Each shot lands with stupid levels of force and summons a circling projectile to provide some bonus damage, which is often left circling into a lifeless corpse. The initial round deals splash damage, allowing its damage to be boosted by rolls on your artifact and class mod. Amara can get it performing at its best, reducing its charge time, reload time, and boosting its damage. Modes can make it better all round, and there's plenty of power for Zane and Flak to tap into. You'll often find yourself charging it up for longer than you fire, which speaks to just how strong this weapon is. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and learned of the top 10 most overpowered weapons in Borderlands 3. If you did, consider dropping a like or subscribing, and I'll catch you in the next one.